Hey y'all, welcome back to Twin Oaks Farm Poultry. It's March 11th, 2024. We're partway into the process here of unloading the Cornish Rock Cross Meat chickens. And I say we, but I'm actually working by myself at the moment. So won't really be able to demonstrate the process for you, but just wanted to take a couple brief minutes, probably gonna aim for about 3 minutes or less here to show you the chicks that are unloaded and tell you about the process and invite any feedback from y'all in the comments if you have any questions or just want to relate an experience you've had with chicks. We love to get your feedback, genuinely enjoy reading it and try to reply to everyone. So gonna take a look right away. We've got, kind of give you the overview here of what we've got in place. So basically this is our brooder setup for our chicks, and so it's about 20 foot long, this area, and about 15 foot across, but our chicks are really going to confine themselves to where the ambient temperature is comfortable for them. So we have a row of 6 supplemental heat lamps strung up here. Those are 250 watt bulbs in them, and even though there's not a physical barrier confining them, they will confine themselves to where ambient temperature is comfortable. Now, they are going out beyond the lights to some extent. We have some sunlight streaming in, so we trust them to know where they're comfortable. They will prioritize warmth and go there. It's about high 30s Fahrenheit outdoors here at rural Southeast Ohio, USA is where we're at. And we had a small box right here that was labeled for 25. It had 26 in it. We've got them unloaded, and I always count them as I unload so that we have a for sure count. And usually there are a few extra every 100 birds or so. So we're just starting 125 birds and whatever extras are in there with this group. For the year, for 2024, we'll do about 1,650 birds. One thing about a brooder like this, that's a working brooder where you can actually stand in the brooder and move around in it, we have to be super careful about our feet, because not sugarcoating it, y'all, if a human foot steps on one of these little chicks, day old, week old, they don't stand a chance, it's going to kill them. So we kind of just, as I'm moving around here, they're kind of drawn to the handler because they kind of imprint on you, like when you unpack them. And I've already handled these birds and counted them, and they've heard my voice, and birds can recognize faces, so they start learning that. So they're oftentimes attracted to their handlers, so they'll kind of gather like towards your feet. So we just kind of scoot our feet. But let me tell you what we're going to do, and then we'll close this video up because we want to get the birds that are in this box out. So what I'll do is cut these bands, and you can see these pieces sticking up. The whole box is like divided into 4 quads. So there basically be about 25 birds per quad, but I'll just work in 1 quad at a time, and I'll take a bird out. I'll be holding the little birdie in my hand securely, and I'll actually dip the bird's beak down into the water and then set the bird down under a heat lamp and then let it, explore the area. So the things we make sure are in place when we unload them is the bedding material we want to use on the floor, the waters with water in them, and whatever we need to help impact the ambient temperature. So we have heat lamps up. We're trying to give them about a 95, 90 or 90 degree Fahrenheit ambient temperature, and we'll be able to tell by their behavior how we're doing on that. So we'll talk more about that in other videos. But hey, thanks for joining us. We'll do some more videos on these chicks, and if you follow our videos, we'll actually go through the entire process that we use and the system that we've developed for taking our chicks from start to finish, and we're doing that in 5 or 6 weeks. So please join us again, please subscribe, and please give us a like. Down here, I can tell, want to tell you, I'm going to lower this lamp a bit. Those birds are kind of trying to huddle together and use body heat, so they're a little cool. So that'll tell us we got to lower some lamps. And the more chicks we get out here, the better, because that will help them utilize body heat too. And our days are going to warm up a little bit, so that'll help us. And hey, just for giggles, let's look across the little wall. I know we're 5 minutes now, a little longer than I anticipated, but thanks for hanging with me. So these chicks are 24 hours old or less, okay? So they would have been hatched sometime, anytime on March 10th, 2024. Yeah, see that huddling? That tells us they want to be warmer, so we got to work on that, okay? But so these are like day old, let's say, day old chicks here. And then look over here. These are egg production type breeds that are about 12 days old. And our prediction, and we'll show you all this as a little bit of time goes on here. So these birds, you know, are what we consider normal growers. These birds are what we consider, let me find them, rapid growers. It's only going to probably take about 2 weeks for these birds to get bigger than these birds will be in another 2 weeks. So kind of stay with us, and having these two groups in the same building doesn't normally happen. So we'll get to kind of show that as they grow. But let me work with these birds, and we'll check back in with y'all later.